Before this video starts, make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscription button down below, as well as hit the bell notification so that way you can get notified every time that I make a video. And I make daily content, so make sure you do that for more. Hi Peaches, this is Miko, and I'm going to be reading some transphobic comments. I thought I would talk about one case in particular, and then there was just some extra ones, and I'm going to be reacting to them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. So we're going to get right into it. So the first one is from The Sun. This article came out and it talked about this transgender black woman yelling, "I effing hate white people," and then she sprayed like pepper spray into their eyes. This caused obviously a big uproar. A lot of people were looking at this and blaming all transgender people for being not mentally well, simply because of this one crazy individual. I honestly don't think that this puts any good light on the trans community, because people already aren't as accepting as they are like to gays and lesbians and bi people, etc. in the LGBTQ community. Trans is really not something that people are okay with, and so they make these awful remarks. And so I'm going to put up on the screen exactly what some of the article had stated. It says, "A woman has been charged with multiple hate crime felonies and misdemeanors following a series of pepper spray attacks in New York City. Tasha Hurd was arrested Saturday evening in connection with at least 2 separate attacks, though police were reportedly questioning her about several other similar incidents." So she did get charged with it. It was assault on them, and there are other cases where she was going all over New York, such as like Manhattan, and people weren't even doing anything to her, and she was just spraying people in the face, causing tons of harm to these individuals, and she was going out of her way to target white people. So this became a bigger thing. This article came out about 2 days ago. It's still being updated on what's going to happen. I did not like that the article mentioned she was transgender, and 2, that she, like, her real name is Thomas. Like, I just feel like that didn't need to be put in there for any reason, and it just makes like the people who are trying to be trans and, you know, be accepted and passable, which I know passable isn't like the best term. It's kind of like shame on you in the community, but I realize that like these females and just want to be treated like females, as like any other cisgendered female. So that was something that happened, and this ended up leading to several more comments. So here's just a little bit of things that I ended up seeing. This person said the "she" should be in quotes, as in she. Alright, yes, I pulled the goalie. You're a douchebag, because she is a woman. I don't care what you think, but like, go fuck yourself. See, like, I'm gonna start using the F word a little bit more. I'm just trying not to like get things demonetized. Like, I'm not currently making any money anyways, but still. But like, seriously, why do you have to say that? There is no she. She is just she. Like, stop going out of your way to like shame people for being who they want to be. So screw this guy. Another person, Robert J. Chrisbaum, says it, not he or she, it. We are not it. We are not the fucking Pennywise clown from the Stephen King book and movie. Like, okay, it's not like she was wearing clown makeup when she did all of this. There's no it, okay? Once again, she's a she. So, Tasha should be treated like a she. Sarah Andrews, who likes to chime in and think that she's this really cool social justice warrior, and she says, more evidence that transgender is a mental disorder. Sane people don't do things like this. Okay, let's back up a few seconds. White people have done a lot of crazy shit. Like, most of the wars that we've gone into is because of white people. I don't think that's very sane. The Columbine shooting, white people. Let's see, there's just all sorts of things that, like, are big, and they're not people that were sane. So to, like, categorize transgender people as all being insane and mental, like, really, just screw off. Like, use a bitch, I don't care. You're not standing up for any other females but yourself, and making transgender people look even worse for no reason. We are not mentally ill, okay? Some of us struggle with gender dysphoria, which is a disorder. Take your tweet and shove it up your ass, okay? Bye, bitch. Dark to Light saying that a New York black transgender man, once again, not accepting the person who they are, who identifies as a woman, named Thomas Hurd. Like, okay, they just identify as that, as a woman? No, they are a woman, so stop with this bullcrap. Was arrested for pepper spraying multiple white people in the face and assaulting them, saying, "I hate you, white bitch." Thomas is being charged with a hate crime. Thomas is no longer there, sweetie. Thomas died a long time ago. It's Tasha. And then he goes and says, trannies gone wild. First off, don't use the word trannies. That is highly offensive, and that is something that has been mostly come up with by transphobic people and used for porn related videos and stuff. So that word needs to, like, be banished, okay? Like, there's nobody calling you, like, cis fuck or something like that. I don't know, like, that's what he is. He's a cis fuck. I'll just put it that way, okay? So if you don't like that, then stop calling us trannies. We get into some more things. There's Donald Smith, and he says, "It's a man all day long. How is the police description issued? Where they were," is what he should have said, first off. "Were they looking for a male or female? Will the perpetrator sue the police if they misgendered them?" I don't even know how to respond to this, but she is not a man, once again, and you're just, like, upset. I don't know, like, a lot of these comments, they don't affect your life. Like, why can't anybody just accept people for who they are? Okay? Like, there's racism, there's people who hate any of the community, there's people that just, there's, like, ageism as well. Like, there's all sorts of things that people, like, are just angry about for no reason. Like, it affects them every day. Like, oh my god, trans people, like, really make my life hard. Like, I can't get a job because of trans people. I can't do this because of trans people. I'm afraid to go outside because of trans people. Like, grow the fuck up. So, I just think that's really dumb for him to be like, were they looking for a male or a female? They were looking for a female, okay? So the suing part too makes me laugh because it's like, I'm not on his side, but I really don't think that Tasha has any right to sue. I don't like the fact that she was misgendered, but it's not gonna hold up in court simply because she did crazy shit. Like, she just went around New York several different times and sprayed people with pepper spray. Just random people that are just going about their business. And what saddens me is those people possibly could have been like okay with the trans community or the LGBTQ plus, but we don't know that. And if this affected them in that way, now it gives like a worse light for those people. Like, they might just think that like trans people in general are like out to get them. I read that there was a study about different like hate crimes that were going on, and like the population bias or whatever. 44% I believe is white people doing hate crimes. Then there was 17% having black people doing hate crimes, and then I think they had 7% for Latinos doing hate crimes. So I just find it ironic that like one hate crime comes from a trans woman or just a female, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh my god, like all trans people are dangerous. Whatever. Moving on. Then another Twitter page posted on the New York Daily News in Christian devotionals, says, no such thing as a transgender woman. A man in the Bronx was charged with hate crimes for pepper spraying people while yelling, I fucking hate white people. Get it right. Okay. I just want to like find these people and like really show them like how dangerous like a trans person could be. I want to punch this guy in the face. Like, I know that's like kind of contradicting what I'm saying, but like if someone was to just call me like a man, like there's no such thing as transgender women, I'd be like, okay, then if you feel that way, then I'll show you what a man is, and I'm just gonna just sucker punch him right in the jaw, okay? And then he can't say, oh, a transgender woman hit me, so it can't be a big thing because he called me a man. So, screw you, Christian. I think we get into some more other ones that just weren't really related, but I did find some more transphobic tweets that I wanted to share. This one's not transphobic, not the person who's posting, but what happened to them. And this comes from Christopher Drost, and he said, I just got my first hate comment on YouTube just for being transgender, which, bring on the hate as much as you want, because I'm just gonna respond to it and have a grand old time. So come on, bring all that you got, because I'm just gonna laugh super hard, and you have no idea, but I am the roast queen. So if you want to get roasted, go ahead, comment below and say some hateful stuff, because I gonna turn that around tenfold and you're not gonna like me. So Christopher goes on stating, no, I will not kill myself as suggested, which never should anyone tell another person to kill themselves. The suicide rate for trans people or pre-trans people, or at least pre-hrt, like, they're extremely high because of the fact that people are being mistreated for for being who they feel they are inside. Like, when I was 5 years old, I knew there was something wrong with me, and I always said that growing up that I felt like a female trapped in a male's body. I've never really had masculine characteristics, which I guess one time I did, and that was when I used to work out like for an entire year, like every single day, and that's when I got like looking like a meathead and stuff. But other than that, I've always just kind of been, I don't know, I've just been me. So me being a female, like, I shouldn't have to be worrying about people going out there and trying to assault me or kill me or threatening like suicide. Like, nobody should tell me that I should go kill myself, because that's really just fucked up, and it's wrong on so many levels. Especially like if you were to tell someone to go kill themselves and they did it, if I remember correctly, that's a felony. So good job, bravo, I'm so happy for you, because if they decided to press charges on you, or they actually did kill themselves because they got depressed because of certain comments, because not everybody takes comments as well as others. Like, when people say things to me, which they rarely do, at least right now, I just shrug that shit off, and I'm just like, okay, that's your opinion. Like, everybody has a right to an opinion, but doesn't mean you're right. So then they go ahead and say, how about I report this comment as hate speech instead? You know what, Christopher? Do it. Because hate speech is wrong and should not be thrown around like casually. And it's even more messed up now because YouTube is cracking down on comments. So there's all sorts of like drama that happens, and some of the good people that are actually making good quality content, who are good at what they do, and they're not like spreading hate speech or anything, just because some asshole goes in there and comments something that YouTube's policy doesn't abide by or allow, that like can totally demonetize that video. That video can be taken down, and you're just hurting people for absolutely no reason. So I definitely think that hate speech just needs to stop. It's ignorant, and that's as simple as it is. So then they finish out saying, I honestly thought it would hurt more, but instead I just feel amazed by how people are. Hashtag trans is beautiful. And you are damn right, sweetheart. Like, Christopher, you're a good looking man, and you are beautiful. So don't let people get under your skin. Don't let people say all of these things and bring you down, because you are who you want to be. And that is so great. There's another one that's positive. It's not going to be on screen, but I just like seeing the positive people on Twitter who are standing up against all these people that are hating on us, and it's just really nice to see. But Emoto Light says, if you comment rudely about trans people, I will block you. It's plain and simple. Your hate speech towards transgender people will only get worse as more and more people wish to be their preferred gender. And that is true as hell, because if you are going to do any sort of hate speech on my Twitter, then I'm just gonna mute or block you. Okay? So, bye! This next comment says, transgenders are misleading and I don't like them. At Noah_Ruse. Okay, Noah, I don't know how you've been misled, and maybe this is because you've dated a trans person and maybe they were up front with you, which I don't think they need to be, personally, because of the fact that people get assaulted and killed. If they feel comfortable telling you, then kudos to them. That means they really trust you. But you ended up liking a trans woman anyways, because you saw them as a cisgendered woman. And that's what I'm thinking is what happened here. And so he's so upset about it. And I just laugh at that so hard, because I'm just like, we're not misleading you. Like, you don't have to like us, but you chose to like us. And sorry, but not all of us get sexual reassignment surgery. A lot of people can't afford it. So if you can't deal with a female having a penis still, then sorry about your luck. So, surprise! Then this one comes from like a name I don't even know how to pronounce. Halib Prokofiev? Some shit like that. Either way, I don't care about them, so your name's stupid. And on top of this, like, I probably should have said this before, like, I'm putting these comments so you can know who these people are, because they publicly spread hate speech. So do whatever you want with that. I'm not saying you can go out of your way to do it, but it is your choice, because it is on the internet publicly and people can read it. So it's their own damn fault if things fall back on them. Halib says, "Good morning, people. I know that there are some problems with the fact that Victoria's Secret Company rejected to have transgenders in their show, which I think is bullshit. And I'd like to say that you're 100% right in that situation. I don't see how that's right. There are so many beautiful trans women out there that, like, are 10 times beautiful, 10 times more beautiful than some of the cisgendered females. Like, don't get me wrong, Victoria's Secret knows how to pick them, but they also, like, starve them to death, so that way they are as skinny as possible and can wear these, like, skimpy little bras and panties that nobody else can really fit into because they're not starving themselves. But there are transgender women out there that, like, kill it on a daily basis. Like, I just wish, like, or hope that I'm like that someday, because I'm jealous. And you out there, if you're watching this and you're one of those women, you're killing it, sis, okay? That's the tea. So screw Halib. He finishes out with, "As a man, I really don't want to see them in your show. Stay the same, thanks." Okay. So one day, if Victoria's Secret finally does it and he's there or watching it on TV and he's like, "Oh my god, that girl is so hot. I hope that is a trans woman." And I would just laugh like, ooh boy, the tables have turned. This next one is by Sin, and he says, "I don't like gay guys, so I'm homophobic. I don't vibe with transgenders, so I'm transphobic." I don't understand, like, what your message is here, but you're basically stating that you are homophobic and transphobic. Like, it's okay to not like certain people. Like, don't get me wrong, I grew up with some gay people that were just complete assholes, and I didn't like them, and it wasn't because they were gay. But that didn't make me homophobic. And I knew only a couple of trans males that went to my school, and I never had a problem with them. They were sweet, and they were living the life that they wanted to live. So whatever. if you don't vibe with us, we certainly don't vibe with you. Then he finishes his out underneath, and I didn't screenshot this part. Jeez, keep bleh, 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 bleh. I need to be drinking water while I talk so long. Bleh. Bleh. Anyways, so he says they don't vibe with any of us, so does that make them straight phobic? No. It makes them have freedom of choice to not like some weird shit. So then, like, that second tweet kind of contradicts what he's saying. I kinda understand, but like, we don't like straight people because they're on some weird shit. So are you implying that you don't like gays or trans people because you think it's weird? Whatever, your face is ugly. So moving on. This one made me laugh. This one is from Omar, and he says, I don't like to suck on transgenders, that's disgusting. And someone replied, like, I'm assuming is a trans male, because they're like, why not, pussy? Which I think is funny. And he's like, you're disgusting. Like, ooh, okay, what a comeback you have there. And nobody's asking you to suck on transgender people at all. I don't even know what that means. Like, are you into trans women? Are you into trans males? Are you gay? Are you, like, what? Like, why are you mentioning that you don't like to suck on them? I just feel like if he was a straight man, he wouldn't even be talking about sucking on anything. But he can suck on the thumb that's up his ass. Plus, this motherfucker looks like Post Malone without his tattoos. He just looks dirty. He looks like a hobo. He's homeless Malone. I'm just gonna wrap that up, and I hope you enjoyed me reacting to these comments. They are just hilarious in my opinion. And remember to subscribe and like this video, as well as give me a comment on what you think. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to tell me. If there's something you want me to react to, then I can do that as well. And lastly, I want you to go ahead and just follow me on Twitter. It is right here, and it's at peach_Miko. And yeah, you can follow me there. I only have 32 followers, so I'm small time, but we're gonna get there at some point. And once again, we are 2 subscribers away from hitting 40, which I said 40 by the end of the week. So we are almost to 50. Oh my god. So thank you guys, and as always, bye peaches.